recording. Sensational. This is how...
Welcome to the Audacious Dutchman.
We're back! How good? How good? You have a question, yeah? Ask me a question.
My question is now moot because I was going to say, how do you distill this into a podcast after? But
Yeah, like this. So we're live on YouTube, and I'm recording so I can put it up on Spotify, which is exciting. I'm sure that we're going to have tons of technical difficulties tonight because it's the first time we're knocking the dust off the podcast and running it through all the bits and pieces for the first time, which is really, really, really exciting.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
What were you going to say?
At least it will be with me and not with somebody
Correct.
else.
Correct. Someone who matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So don't forget, your camera is there.
Oh, you've got two still.
That's you. This is you.
Oh, okay.
Look,
the other
look
view
in there.
I feel like is
Look in
better
there.
for
That's you.
I feel like it's too far away and not like. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like
Do
do you want to turn me up a bit?
I can
Or is
hear
it
you.
okay? Oh, okay, cool.
Turn yourself up.
Oh, I thought it was just turning you up.
No, that's turning your headphones. This is your headphones.
Yeah, good stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's better. I feel like you can like actually see
Anyway,
everything.
what a fucking
Moving
terrible start to a podcast. Welcome to episode 9. You might be going, what happened to episode 8? Episode 8 is in the can and it is sitting on my hard drive at the moment.
Is that the episode of you and Josh watching the football?
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's going to take a really long time for me to cut that together. To be honest with you, I'm going to put side by side and I'm just going to cut the audio together and let it go. I can't be bothered doing it properly.
Have the time.
I don't have the time for that shit. But yeah, we're back. We're here. What have we been doing?
What have we been doing? I don't know.
The kid's
we
older
went to
now.
Queensland. We went to Queensland.
The
The kid's 5 months old.
He's in school now. He's
Yeah.
working. No, not quite. But
Paying bills, paying rent,
yeah, I
paying
wish.
rent on our rent.
I wish. No, we went to Lakes Entrance. That was
Oh,
exciting.
yeah, we went to Lakes Entrance. Went to Queensland.
Yeah, that was good.
That's it.
Yeah.
Been
No.
working, both of us.
Yeah.
You a little bit harder than me.
Yeah, it's been crazy. I hired someone like a real adult person. I want to kick.
It's like a real business now.
Yeah,
Like
is
it's a real
business.
company now.
Yeah, we got a Bruce update, the Hilux. So that broke again. The clutch master cylinder went on it, which everyone's like, well, who cares? It's a clutch master cylinder. Just replace the $200 part. No, straw to break the camel's back. Too many things are broken on that car now, and it's in the bin. So I parked it out on the nature strip, and someone broke into it. So it's currently at the repairers getting fixed, and then it's on the market. So if you'd like to buy an immaculately restored, flawless 1989 Hilux in Toyota beige or sandy taupe, with a really well painted black tray and canopy, expertly wired by a gardener, dual battery setup, fridge, the whole bit, let me know and you can have it. It's going real cheap, $68,000. So that's cool. That's really cool. Now I'm going to start us off with a video.
Hey, that's a good throwback to the last episode with your dad. I don't know if it was the last episode talking about the Mustang. I feel like we just rehashed the same story.
We did.
But with a different car.
It wasn't Parliament, it was Congress. Have you seen this woman who just screams?
Certainly have.
Ah, damn it.
What? I don't know. Oh, okay.
It's not coming up.
I don't think.
Oh, I think this is it. I think this is it. Yeah, no.
Can you turn this down? I want to see.
I think. Oh, why have we got ads? Yeah, no, this is her. Okay, so this is outstanding. Here we go.
Oh, is it this woman?
Yeah, it's this woman.
I thought it was someone else. Like, this is not. I don't know if I've seen this then.
Oh, okay. No, this is
the
great.
one I saw was like a woman with long hair.
No, this is great.
Oh,
I am going to spend the next minute screaming because that is what is going on in here. That is what the trans genocide in this country, in this city, has brought me to.
I have seen this.
I hate a lot of people on this board for the reasons that led up to Banco Brown's.
Why does she have her mask on?
I was thinking.
What's the difference?
I thought the same thing.
So she's got a mask on. Is that a surgical mask? It could be. It kind of looks homemade as well. I don't know. It could be. I saw someone walking around with a... Oh, fuck! Some idiot today in Bunnings, yeah? So she's wearing one of those pretend masks that you make yourself, virtue signalling to everyone. She hit me with her trolley 3 times.
What?
Yeah. So she was behind me in the queue at Bunnings and she kept hitting me with her trolley. And literally in my head, I was like, hey, the 4th time I'm going to turn around and say, like, hey, that's the 4th time you fucking backed into my Achilles.
What do you mean? Like, she actually hit you with it?
Like,
oh my
she,
gosh.
like, was soft, like, just like...
But, like, just kept tapping you.
I forgot, we're not on camera.
I was going to say that. I was like, this woman's still up.
But, yeah, she kept... Anyway, she had face mask on. And I was like, there's no sickness, just fucking simmer down. And that's homemade.
It's interesting because it's summer coming up. Like, will people keep going?
But this woman had her mask on and then took it off to scream.
And then put it back on again.
So she was all concerned about the germs. And then she takes it off to make her point.
Screaming would have, like, honestly, her speed would have just been like...
That's what I mean. Yeah, leave the mask on. That's the one time the mask is, like, probably not a bad idea. Anyway, there's a lot of virtue signaling going on. We'll continue.
There's a lot of performative people on this board who will say one thing in support of black people, homeless people, trans people, and then immediately stab you in the face.
In the face?
Being racist, transphobic, anti-homeless. So I don't have any words compared to...
What does that mean?
Anti-homeless.
What does it mean to be pro-homeless? We need more homeless people in our city. That's outstanding. Oh, that's priceless.
We stand with homeless people.
That's it. Yeah.
Well,
homeless lives... Oh, no, homeless lives matter. That doesn't... That
they
works.
do.
Damn it.
Yeah, good try.
Homelessness matters.
I just want you to feel our pain. I don't know if you can at this point based off your policy choices, but I have to pretend you have some form of empathy left.
Wow, okay.
So,
savage.
I am going to spend the
Didn't we
next
just watch this?
minute screaming, because that is what is going on in here.
Oh, okay.
That is what the trans genocide in this country...
Genocide's a really big word.
It's a really big word.
That's a huge word. I don't know.
It's you know what's so funny though is like we're looking at what's going on in Gaza and Israel right now, and then you look at this person saying, "Oh, this is not to like belittle their issues, but like the like trans genocide. I reckon the biggest trans genocide is happening from the medical system where there's 13-year-olds given hormone therapy to ruin their lives. That's the real genocide.
Well, think about it like this. Would she stand outside Auschwitz and talk about trans genocide?
No,
you know what I mean?
Way.
Why? Because that would be insensitive.
I read a post today saying the things you don't realise is going on in Gaza right now is the fact that the toilets aren't working. So you can imagine what it's like for them to go to the bathroom right now. Yeah. And then this. Like,
why aren't the toilets working?
Like 10% of toilets are functioning because everything's getting bombed.
Right, I get you. Like, services just are generally not working.
Women don't have access to sanitary, like, they don't have pads and tampons. Yeah. And then there's someone being like, the trans genocide. I'm like...
Yeah. That's just really tone deaf. I think her speech...
I mean, to be fair, this probably didn't happen last week.
So this is... Yeah, this is pre... I think this is now 3 months old. So this is pre-Gaza Strip incident. Yeah. But can you imagine if she came out and used the word genocide today? Just goes, she'll probably fucking backpedal and be like, oh, genocide was big. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, let's continue to watch the screaming woman.
I got very serious, didn't it?
In this city has brought me to.
Look at the people laughing in the background.
Why do I feel sick?
Oh no, she's not laughing.
Imagine that! I hate this! I hate what you've done to us! I hate what you're doing to us! I hate you, Board of Supervisors! I hate you, London Breed! I hate you, Jenkins!
Call DA So I just got into her head for a moment.
Cowards!
Business owners, do you want a zero effort way to
That's enough for
consistently?
you. No,
Yep.
no.
Anyway,
So that's what happens when you don't discipline your children.
But I just got into her head for a moment. And I just realized how emotional she is. She can't think of a rational way to, like, you know when you're trying to argue, you're in a debate, right? That kind of thing does not fly in a debate. Like, you're not going to win the debate. But she's so emotional, she can't think about what's going to win the debate.
No.
It's all emotion. Like, there's no
logic.
Yeah,
There's no
discussion.
carefully constructed argument there.
No. I don't think it works in debates, and it doesn't work in politics. to
It's really
scream.
childish.
Yeah.
It's very childish.
Yeah.
Yep.
It didn't.
It's poor,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's
Yeah.
just really, really poor.
Yeah.
And it's,
But she,
I don't know, it's,
she's very emotional. Like, she's obviously very passionate.
yeah, and there's nothing wrong with being emotional and passionate, don't get me wrong, but
Doesn't win.
I don't know,
policy.
it's just a weak way of attacking something, don't you think? Like,
Mhm.
I watch that and I'm like, you're just a fucking idiot.
That's not the place for that emotional display.
No.
That's not.
No, that's what happens when you don't discipline your children. Yeah. She threw a tantrum.
She did
That was a tantrum.
That was a tantrum, wasn't
No?
it? That was a tantrum.
In 2 years, if your son does that, what will you do? Put him in his room.
No, that's not how I'm going to punish him. Or
What, are you going to
discipline
flog him?
No, but that's I don't know. I was reading something the other day about saying that the way that the super nanny idea of, like, put them in the naughty corner, right? Like, put them in a naughty, like, I feel like that's the kind of thing that would have traumatized you. Like, go in the naughty corner, be alone.
Yeah, maybe.
Then you don't ever want to be alone. You can't
How
be
do you
alone
discipline
with
your
yourself.
kid then?
I have no idea.
Take
But-
something off them?
I don't know. We're not there yet. We'll learn about it, but
Beat the fuck out of them? Don't put them in the room, but give them a black eye.
we'll work it out. But
Hey, boy. What was that
front of
for? Just
everybody.
in case.
But no, I just thought, like, maybe, like, isolating them is not the move.
Yeah.
Just something to think about. You
I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not sure about that, but
Okay.
fuck, I haven't really thought about it.
Discussion for off camera.
Oh, I guess so. Why don't you tell me the story? By the way, if you can hear this hissing in the background, it's the baby monitor because we have a child that's asleep and we didn't want to make sure that they don't have death. So
Yeah, his room's temperature is going down. It's good.
that's good. Tell me the bodybuilder story
The
that you were
bodybuilder
telling me.
story.
Yeah, tell me.
I feel like there was another story. Oh, there was another story, and it's a good one, and I can't wait for you to tell it.
Yeah, fuck. I can't believe it didn't start with that. Oh my goodness, I was gonna start.
Do you
with
want
that.
to circle back?
No, but thanks, Jen Psaki.
Circle
I'm not
back.
circling anything. Anyway, it was warm. It's been warm in Melbourne recently for the 10 seconds it stays warm. And I didn't have a shirt on and I walked into the kitchen and my wife looked at me dead in the face and said, "You look like a before picture."
I need to add to this that you were standing like this, right? Like, nobody looks good hunching over like this.
Mm.
And then you immediately straightened up, and I was like, that's the after picture. Literally, how many before pictures do you see where they're just, like, hunching, and then the next picture, they're, like, standing up straight and they're
sure.
confident? It's like,
Mm.
that's all you did. You didn't lose any weight. You just
Yeah.
stood up straight.
Interesting.
But I didn't finish my sentence
Sure.
because I was laughing
Uh-huh.
so hard at the fact
Yep.
that I'd called you a before picture.
Wow. There you go. So if I'd done that, can you imagine the fucking emotional downpour that would have ensued that afternoon? Hey, you look a bit fat. You look like a before photo. And then you stand there just laughing, gurning. Gurning is the word. Yeah. Anyway, the bodybuilder
The
story.
bodybuilder story.
Yeah.
This is a bit of an old one now because I feel like we discussed this.
Can you
what?
pass me the water?
Huh?
Water. Can you pass me the water?
Oh, yes.
Well, I pointed so I didn't have to say it. And then you were like, I don't understand. Don't pour it, just pass it. Thank you. There's technology.
that like a spastic.
I'm taking it over here.
Yeah, this is a bit of an old one now. I think it's actually is a bit of old news, but it wasn't really mainstream news, so
Old
not many
news.
people. Old news.
I just wanted away from the stuff.
Yep.
Anyway, bodybuilder.
Bodybuilder. Very well-known bodybuilder in the bodybuilding industry. I think he must have been 60 or something like that. He was about to do a show. I'm not going to... It was for the WBFF. I was going to not
What do
name
you
who it was
care?
for, but who's listening?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Hey. Hi, Geordie. Hi, Mum.
I was going to say, hi, Rebecca. But anyway, so he was going to do a show. He was backstage, and then all of a sudden he just passed out and fell unconscious. And there are a bunch of other bodybuilders who hadn't competed yet or had done they weren't competing. They were backstage, and they went to perform CPR and obviously try and attempt to save his life. And the leaders of the bodybuilding federation literally came up to him and said that they needed to go on stage. And this person was like, hang on, I'm trying to save a life. And then made them go on stage. And this person died.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So what did they die of?
I don't actually know. I didn't follow up the story. What? You told me to
And you thought you'd bring it on the podcast?
You told me to put on the podcast.
Yeah.
Or I may have
Google
known
it.
I may have known about it, and then now it's been a couple of weeks now, and so I've forgotten.
WBFA.
WBFF.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah. Oh no, that's not it. That's not him. It's a guy. Rich Henderson. Down. But that's a video.
I'm not watching a video. I want to
Yeah.
watch an article.
Let me read it. Let me see if I can.
What's
find
their name? Rich.
Rich Henderson.
Rich Henderson.
And they covered it up for 3 weeks as well, so they didn't actually share it.
Rich Henderson. WBFF.
That's his Instagram post. Yeah.
There's no articles.
What on earth? Wonder if cause of death. Unique news online. How did he die?
Where?
Just one below.
Rich Henderson, cause of death, what happened to WBFF bodybuilder? How did he die?
Probably.
Rich Henderson, a bodybuilder, genuinely liked
Cardiac arrest, I reckon.
exercise. Generally liked exercising. What? A bodybuilder who
Are you
I'm
okay?
really struggling. Please, no more retarded questions.
Rich Henderson, a bodybuilder who genuinely liked exercising, tragically passed unexpectedly in August 2023.
What a stupid sentence. A bodybuilder who genuinely liked exercising,
Yeah,
as
journalist.
opposed to all the other bodybuilders.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought the same
Yeah.
thing when it said who genuinely
Yeah, those other ones that just
you
spend
go
all their
into
time at
bodybuilding
KFC.
and think, I hate exercising, but
Yeah.
I'm going to torment myself, going to starve myself. Anyway, it was unexpected and took place in the background of a WBFF event. His abrupt demise has left his family and friends inconsolable and stunned.
Rich Henderson was participating in a WBFF event when he unexpectedly collapsed backstage. He was instantly given CPR by other contestants in an effort to save his life, but regrettably did not survive. Although the exact cause of his death is unknown, there are indications that he may have previously experienced health issues. This is not telling us anything.
How did he die? Cause of death. Oh, that's a really...
That's a
it's not a nice
really
picture.
aggressive image of feet with like a barcode on them. Probably
Hang on,
not.
stop scrolling. They were focusing on that. Doesn't tell us. This
No.
is like literally not telling us.
Why are they fucking covering this up?
Surely he was on
Conspiracy.
steroids.
Conspiracy.
Well, I'm pretty sure there was like a lot of controversy because of the federation,
Yeah, right.
and apparently their treatment of women is like not so good as well.
Yeah, right. Interesting. Did you hear Matthew Perry died?
Matthew, yes, I had to question for a second who that was.
Yeah, the Friends
Oh,
dude.
it's not a Friends.
No, I don't care about Friends either. I think it's a terrible show.
Hmm.
And I was trying to work out if it'd be in poor taste on the day to tweet Friends is still shit.
Yes, it was in poor taste.
Well, I didn't tweet it. I just
Good
thought
job.
about tweeting
I
it.
would like you to Google right now. I want to know. So he drowned.
Am I
in the
Googling
bath.
all these words?
Please.
Whoa, so he drowned in the bath.
Matthew Perry death.
Matthew
But,
Perry.
like, You don't just drown in the bath. You know, like you're not just like, oh, I'm chilling.
Well,
chilling.
this is
you
not gonna
slip
tell
and
us
then
anything.
die.
You gotta write conspiracy if you're gonna actually get like the what you're fishing for, because they're gonna be like, he's dead in the bath. No, I don't want a video.
Oh. Not real. Okay. Matthew Perry's death triggers conspiracy theories. We don't want a conspiracy theory.
We want the
like,
truth.
Well, I just want to know how he died. Like,
We're not gonna get anything out of
like
this.
nobody just dies in the bath
Yeah,
and drowns. Like,
I'm not Jamie Vernon. I'm not gonna be able to pull it up real quick.
you have to be like on something. And like
Look, he did have
was.
drug issues.
So like, it's just weird that like no one said anything.
Yeah.
No, like, is no one questioning that he didn't just fall asleep in the bath? I mean, maybe he did.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. I saw this the other day, and I want to show it to you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I get booted off YouTube for showing another YouTuber's clips, but we're gonna find out. So this is my favorite show. It's called Kill Tony. The premise of the show is 200 open mic comics. I'll go over here. 200 open mic comics stick their name in a wine spit bucket for their chance to do 60 seconds of comedy, open mic comedy. And some of them are great, some of them are shit. Most of the time, like 75% of the acts are terrible, and it's just chaos. And this guy, Tony Hinchcliffe, who's on the screen now, he is the harshest judge. Anyway,
Oh, I don't think it's. I mean, of the judges, yes, but they get
well,
some
he's
pretty
pretty
harsh
harsh.
comics on
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah. No. But like,
I feel like he's softened.
he has definitely softened. He used to be brutal. Anyway, they had this guy on, and I like, he's just such an interesting looking dude. Like, so interesting. And I'm just gonna play it for you.
Heath Cordes, everybody. Here we go. We're gonna finish it strong. 60 seconds uninterrupted by Heath Cordes, everyone. Here we go. Here comes Heath. Oh shit. Okay. Fuck yes. Make some fucking noise for Heath Cordes, everybody.
I feel like
Look at Tony. He's gobsmacked.
I feel like I'm the opposite of a pedophile.
So this kid is short and looks like he's about 14.
Yeah.
I'm 21 years old, but on the outside, I'm just a little boy. And that's because for me growing up, puberty was a lot like my father, absent. And so I get asked about my age all the time. How old are you? How old are you? No, I'm not selling you fentanyl. How old are you? And it gets annoying having to answer this question all the time. So over the years, I've started to have fun with it. And I sometimes tell people that I was never born.
I don't get it.
Because he looks so young.
He's never born.
And that I have been present through all of what has been and what will be.
Oh, okay. Tony Swift is still gobsmacked.
He's a little boy. His wrap-up is elite.
See, I came into existence before the earth and stars, and I will be here on the day they fall because I am ageless. But yet old enough to fuck your mother.
Tony lost it. He's red.
He's red.
Thank you, guys.
I think it's the light. I don't think, because he's red too. on the end.
Holy shit. Oh my God. This is what this show is all about. Some people this is what drives me crazy. People say, I hear this rumor all the time that this bucket is rigged. And then I go, one last bucket, well, let's see what happens. And this fucking monster comes out. This is unbelievable. Holy shit, you are built for this. You are a fucking,
How
you
old
are
is he
the
really?
fucking
21.
Lamborghini of comedians. I mean, holy shit.
Wow.
You're a star. There's nothing that's gonna possibly stop you. Holy shit. You're
Thank you.
really 21?
Yes, sir.
How long
I
have you
am.
been doing stand-up comedy?
Oh, I want to know how long he's been doing stand-up comedy.
So he's been doing it 2 years. He ends up getting a golden ticket, and a golden ticket on that show means that you can drop in and do whatever you want, whenever you want. You can do a minute of original stand-up comedy, just like that, anytime he wants.
That's pretty cool.
Super interesting, yeah. I watched that the other day and I was like, fuck, that's so interesting,
Wow.
isn't it?
I thought his set was good. But at the same time, I'm like,
Comedy's different.
how many times?
When you're not there.
Yeah. No. What I mean is, like, how many times does he run that story over? Like, when
get
when
you.
is he going to do something new? Like,
I get you. Well, we'll have to find out next
it's
week.
like Bert Kreischer resting on the machine.
Correct. So Bert Kreischer is a comedian who has a story about that time he got involved with the Russian mafia, and
Yeah.
he tells the
It's
machine.
so funny.
If
I
you've
am
never
the
seen it,
machine.
Google like Bert Kreischer the machine, BERT Chrysler. It's not really Chrysler.
It's very funny. It's very, very funny.
yeah,
the movie
it's
was
good.
shit, but it was very
The movie
funny
was
story.
fucking
His
terrible, which is
stand-up
such a
was good.
shame because that's supposed to be a new dawn for comedy movies. So comedy movies are obviously all fucking terrible now. Like
Old
there
Dads
hasn't-
was good. I liked that.
yeah. So that's the new dawn.
That was the first one.
That's the new dawn.
Yeah, right.
So they're all just very like focus grouped and birds.
Lots of it. Yeah.
Yeah. They're all very focus grouped and very
Woke.
conservative, and you're not allowed to say this, you're not allowed to say that, you're not allowed to say the other
Interesting
thing.
you say conservative for that.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, conservative's an interesting word that's often used inappropriately. But they are very conservative. And
they're
they
very
had,
woke,
you
like-
can't make fucking Ron Burgundy anymore, can you? we
No
were watching The Other
way.
Guys the other day. You can't make that movie
No.
anymore. I watched The Office. Yeah, you can't make
You
The
could not
Office
make The
anymore.
Office, yeah.
No, there's literally like a
Didn't we see that show? We watched that. What's his name?
yeah,
the
yeah.
pizza bloke.
Dave
Ma-
Portnoy.
Yeah, Dave Portnoy.
Dave
doing the
Portnoy.
pizza show with the guy who plays the fuck. What's his name? You know the. I don't want to say what he is, but you know, like the big guy. What's his name again?
Yeah, Kevin Malone.
Kevin Malone.
Kevin Malone.
Yeah.
Mm.
And they were saying like you couldn't do those episodes anymore.
Mm.
But it's so funny though because we all laugh now. Nobody's watching The Office now and being like, "Oh my goodness, that's so bad, I can't laugh." Everyone's watching The Office and laughing for days.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we wouldn't make it now because it's not woke.
No, yeah, absolutely. And the problem with comedy as well is the way that comedy works, the way that anything works is you need to be genuinely surprised for it to be funny. Yeah. So it needs to be a new concept. So your brain, I was listening to Andrew Huberman talk about this the other day. It's actually really interesting.
I was listening to Andrew Huberman today too.
There you go.
I
Were
was.
you listening to him on Two Bears, One Cave?
No, I was listening to his podcast.
Okay, so I was listening to him on Two Bears, One Cave, and what he was talking about was people people understand a set of rules, and they guess where a story's going to go, and it becomes funny when they're shocked by where I didn't see that coming. You know what I mean? That's why that guy was funny because it was such a shock. He got shock factor, and his material was so interesting for who he is. But to your point, what's he do next time? Because he doesn't have that
Yeah.
shock anymore. So that's
I'd
why
be
you have
curious to hear his next story.
Yeah. So he's got to be a comedian. So he's probably got a layer on his story. And he's got to
Yeah.
tell you about what it's like to live his life.
I
essentially.
liked his comedic timing. I think he had fantastic. But it, like you say, he's only been doing it for 2 years. But it's like I feel like most of those comedians who say they've only been doing it for 2 years, they don't have that ability to like just sit with the audience. Whereas he was just like he literally just like stopped.
He was
He just waited
he,
until everybody was ready.
he was comfortable.
Yeah,
wasn't
he
was,
had very like he was relaxed.
He was a pro.
Yeah.
That's why Tony
After 2
said,
years,
"You're a
that's so
star.
impressive.
You're a star. You can do
Yeah.
whatever you want." Yeah, and that's why I
That's
gave him a
cool.
golden ticket.
Yeah.
Not because he was funny, but because he's a comedian. Yeah, super interesting. But back on that topic of, so basically there's been a big shift. For those of you who are like really into Rogan and Bert Kreischer and Your Mum's House and Tim Dillon and all that sort of stuff, so comedy's left LA. Good comedy anyway has left LA now. So comedy was always in New York and LA, and it was done at the Comedy Store or done at the Comedy Cellar. Now a lot of those comics, Mark Norman, Shane Gillis, all those sort of guys, have left New York, and a lot of the LA comics have left LA. And they've all moved to Austin, Texas.
Austin's become not even just for comedy though. Like it's
Ah.
become like,
USA
cool.
influences.
literally
yeah.
influences. Like I was.
Are your mates the Skinny Confidential there?
Yes, they
Yeah.
are.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just thought that. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, they go to LA a lot because they've got offices
Well, there's
around.
100,000 homeless people in LA.
Yeah.
That's why. And they had homeless people in Austin.
What?
2,000. We were listening to that
Yeah,
Dr.
that's
Phil
right.
podcast
Yep.
the other day. And we'll be right back.
I was waiting for it. We'll be right back.
we'll be right back. There's nothing funnier than when someone like that with that accent says pedophiles.
What?
They don't say pedophiles. They say
You just said
pedophiles.
pedophiles.
Pedophiles. That's how they say.
Pedophiles.
Pedophiles. That's how like that accent says it.
Pedophiles.
No, pedophiles.
Pedophiles?
Pedophiles.
That's weird.
Anyway, he said pedophiles. We'll be right back. Anyway, they're all moving to Austin, and that gets them away from the LA showbiz thing. So a lot of these guys, what they do is they do comedy and they make content, but they had to sort of put a filter on themselves so that they could get cast in a sitcom, and so they could do all this sort of stuff. So by leaving LA and doing the Austin thing, comedy's back. You know what I mean? It's really interesting, and a lot of people are doing self-funded movies now. Different studios are getting involved. That's why you can have Bert Kreischer's The Machine, which is supposed to be an old school Step Brothers style of comedy. It was fucking terrible, but it was also his first go. Like not everyone gets it on their first go. I'm interested to see a second go. Tim Dillon allegedly has a movie in the can. And yeah, Bill Burr's
Bill Burr's was good, I think.
Old
I
Dads
liked
on
that.
Netflix was good.
That
What were
was
you gonna say?
genuine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say anything.
Okay, you made a face.
Oh, Tim Dillon. Tim Dillon's doing it.
Yeah, he's got a movie, allegedly, like cued or filmed. I can't remember something. He was doing a movie anyway. He's pretty funny. But there's a real shift. Like,
You were gonna mention the homelessness, and you.
Oh yeah,
pivoted.
there was 2,000 homeless people in Austin, and they got rid of them all. They put them in hotels. They bought hotels and got rid of them all.
That's such a good story, and you just
Oh, tell me.
butchered
Then.
it.
Go on,
Oh, you was gonna tell it now.
you tell it.
Now you've told it, but you just said it in a shit way. It's
How would
just
you have said it?
boring.
Please tell me.
I don't know. You're better at storytelling than I am.
I-
You always
I'll
tell me
apparently
to.
not.
You always tell me to just get to the point.
I did. Welcome to marriage. Anyway, the moral of the story is like a lot of these comedians are taking risks now, and it's good because like how many times do you have to see like a guy go through a sob story and that's the comedy? You know what I mean? Like his wife doesn't appreciate him and he's like embattled, and that's the comedy story. You know what I mean? Like different stuff's happening now, which is really really cool. And comedy's changing as well, and Kill Tony's breeding a whole new type of comedian. I'm gonna queue up another one. We just had that weird looking dude, and he's appreciated on Kill Tony, whereas like on like America's Got Talent or something like that, he probably wouldn't be as accepted potentially because he looks weird.
Who was that comedian who went on
This is what I got
the
queued. This is what I got
guy
queued
with
up.
cerebral palsy?
I'm setting this up.
Yeah, okay. Oh, Aaron Belial.
Aaron Belial. So Aaron Belial was on Kill Tony, and he's a super interesting dude. He has cerebral palsy, and what he does is he literally types his... Is he awake?
He's awake. It's going to take me 20 minutes, half an hour to settle him again.
Okay.
I think this is done.
Google Aaron Belial. It's very interesting. Aaron Belial on Kill Tony. I'll wrap it up. You go in, I'll wrap it up.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, pleasure. Yeah, anyway, it's just really interesting. Oh, sad, man. Do you mind taking that with you? Cool. Yeah, really, really interesting dude. Yeah. Anyway, we're back, which is exciting. Really, really exciting. Nice to knock the dust off and get into it. What the hell is that? Anyway. Oh, that's what's going on there. No, it's really, really nice to knock the dust off and do a podcast. It's been way too long. This one's been super short, obviously, 39 minutes. It was really just a nice little tester for us to give the set a go, iron out some of the kinks, but we got a lot coming up. I'm doing one Saturday morning with Xanthia, whose last name escapes me. She's got a super interesting story. She grew up in a cult. Yeah, cool story. Really, really eager to hear from her. So, yeah. Thank you so much for watching. And, yeah, if you're not already liking, subscribing, following, please do all that. It's really important to the growth of the show to get people involved in the community. So it would mean a lot to me if you could do that. Thank you so much. We're going to call it there. But, yeah, take care. See ya.